fat-burning, good foods that you can put together. Foods that are put on earth by God, foods that are intended to be in our body. And you know what I think most importantly is all the foods that really don't taste good. No, I'm just kidding. It's a list of stuff that you can have, so you have a variety of stuff. And I told you guys you would come out of here with some legitimate, written down dietary recommendations, some legitimate, written down exercise recommendations, dietary recommendations. And I wanted you guys to have that. And that's why I printed out a sheet there, and please share that with any and everyone you can there. There's a really nice list of stuff that you can do on your next shopping trip there. Okay? So exercise. The Journal of Applied Physiology, exercise helps reduce bad cholesterol 5 to 10%. Okay. Easy enough. So we start the exercise program. Nutritional changes. The National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute indicates that we can decrease cholesterol by 20 to 30% with appropriate changes, decreasing weight, saturated fats, and dietary cholesterol, and increasing the soluble fiber or the good fats too. Okay? Now that we talked about the nervous system, we talked about the exercise and nutritional changes, another thing that's very important that sometimes you got to keep things out of the body too. Okay? You got to detox. You got to keep out those toxins out of those bodies. The obvious stuff, which affects everything there. Smoking cigarettes. We all know this at this point. I don't need to go into a lecture on it. It affects your exercise because it affects your ability to breathe. Okay? The tobacco damages all your cells. It doesn't allow any of your cells to heal properly. Alcohol, the same thing. Moderation if you're going to drink it, but be smart with it. Okay? And the last essential, like I said, number 5 is you need to be able to have good relationships. That's spiritually, that's physically, in all aspects of life. That means sleeping well, getting your alone time, your peace time, and getting your together time. That's meditating. That's making sure that you're fulfilling, your goals and your destiny on earth. Being a good person under God's universe there, and helping others. Because the greatest gift is a gift of gratitude, and that's a gratitude of giving more so than gratitude of receiving. So let's move on here and talk about it. But that's the most important thing. Those essentials, you can't just have one. One does not replace the other. We're going to go into some of those essentials right now. One does not replace the other. The chiropractic adjustment, which assures that the nervous system is flowing freely, does not replace putting toxins in your body. Putting toxins or keeping toxins out of your body does not replace exercise. Oh, I'm doing one, I can do it. If you want to be at your best, the only way to do it is to have everything there. Everything in line. Macronutrients, proteins, carbohydrates, and fat. Excess nutrients are converted into fat if they're unused. And as we talked about before, the myth is fats are bad for you, right? Okay? But fats are necessary for something that we talk about a lot in this office, which is nerve conduction. If there's a clear channel for your body to communicate, all those things that help the energy of the nerve energy flow from that brain to every cell, tissue, and organ in your body to function freely, they gotta have some of those fats. They're necessary for it. They're also providing a little protection, insulation to those internal organs, and they maintain healthy cell structures. Good fats. You guys got a whole list of those, and most of you probably know some of these. If you don't, these are some of the oils, okay? Olive oil is one of the best things in the entire world. Everyone knows this. It's the old Italian, cooking story. But the story is you gotta cook. Okay, I can tell you firsthand, and George, you can verify, I don't have a microwave in my place. I'm a single guy, but I know the truth is there's no food you're going to pull out of your microwave, which is really the same as cooking homemade and fresh. It takes a little time. It takes a little preparation. It takes starting on Sunday so that you have something for Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday and don't have to go for the fast food. I know that. I'm going to throw a lot of ideas at you. Take something tonight. Take something tonight. Okay? What I cook with, one of my favorite things, which is one of the most saturated fats, is coconut oil. Okay? Coconut oil doesn't break down the way that some of those peanut oils do and some of those really, really genetically modified oils do. It doesn't break down. In fact, it actually raises your metabolism because your body is so tuned in and starts burning that fat even quicker. Your body says, what a great source of energy. And it revs you up. In case you guys don't realize, it's 7 o'clock. And I know I always seem like this, but in case it's 7 o'clock, you know that you got to have that power running through you at all hours there. But you know what? When I need to turn it off, my body knows where the brake pedal is. I lay in my bed, and in 10 minutes, I'm always asleep because my body does exactly what it needs to do. Okay? Avocados, I just had mine today. You know, like I said, start off with this. When you're ready to incorporate a little more, you go for a little more raw foods there. You can go a little bit more vegan there, and you can also go ahead and obviously go organic if the finances permit. Okay, but start off on your first foot, and then you go ahead and take your steps forward as it's appropriate for you. Everyone knows about the salmon effect, right? Boy, we almost drained our earth off of salmon as soon as 2 or 3 good studies came out, right? Wasn't that the rush for a couple years there? Everybody was running out to get their salmon. I mean, I myself, I was planning fishing trips to Alaska just to hope to take some back home with me because there was none in the grocery stores. Okay, you got to have that fatty fish. You can also get it from flaxseed oil. You can get it from sunflower seed oil. There's other ways to get it. Fish just actually fills you up a little bit, though, unlike some of the other oils. Okay, those will actually help with your cholesterol naturally. That's a big thing that we push in our office is for our patients for anti-inflammatory purposes to get on a fish oil. Okay, you got to have the right ratio of omega, and you got to make sure that they're free of mercury. But salmon-produced fish oils are some of the best things that you can do to lower your cholesterol naturally and keep the inflammation down in your body, which is, of course, one of the major sources of pain and disease as we know it today. The less good fats, so somewhere in the middle there, the saturated fats, they increase the LDL. They're usually a good source of protein. They're found in animal products such as red meat, eggs, dairy, okay? Also talk about grass-fed, organic, free-range. And the reason why I put that down there is if you are going to go for a lot of red meats, okay, as the Miami diet tends to, the best thing to do with meats, with chickens, with all these type of things is make sure they're wild, okay? When they're fed grass versus grain, the difference is that your body processes it different, and it actually does not cause as much of an impact on your blood sugar, okay? The grains shoot up your blood sugar, because everyone knows if you eat a bowl of cereal or fried eggs or anything like that, it shoots your sugar straight up there. Your body has a tough time processing. But if you go the other route and get grass-fed, at least those meats, with their sources of protein, all the stuff that you need, are not going to process the same way, and the sugar is going to be kept much lower. Okay? The bad fats there, the trans fats, everyone pretty much knows what they are. If it's in a package, if you're microwaving it, if it's frozen, that's where you're going to find that stuff there. That's not found in natural foods, and that's not found as a fat-burning food guide, Dr. Fisher's fat-burning food guide. That's not going to be found in there. Okay, that's food that was put on the earth by God, and if it was put on the earth by God, you can pretty much say, if you're not sure, you don't have my list with you there, you can pretty much say it's a sure bet. Okay? This is a cool thing, and this is just going to lead me into a little side note of our upcoming workshop that's going to be on diabetes prevention and reversal here. Let's talk about the metabolism. We're going to really get into this on a whole workshop there, but this is a normal cell for everybody. Okay, and as you can see, there's little things coming out of those cells, which are called insulin receptors. Everyone know what those insulin receptors are responsible for? They moderate the sugar. Exactly. Beautiful. What they are used is when the blood sugar rises up, those cells, with their nice, healthy insulin receptors, should take the blood sugar, pull it into the cells, and reduce the blood sugar back to normal. Now what happens with diabetics? What happens with